Hello and welcome to another OTSL game, this time against Prem. And okay, we missed the initial action here, which was me going for 4-1-3 and Europe, and defectors with Europe in mind. My opponent, well, felt it, or anyway, for other reasons, decided to play it safe, and he did get it safe. With Asia scoring being defected, followed by a socialist, annoyingly successful coup of Iran. So, what do we do here? My hand, obviously, decal is space, Nazi is space. As in event, Suez I'll intervene, though later. Now, first order of business, should he have Arab Israeli scoring, though I would expect the headline of this card. I don't want to go to Malaysia because that's a tempting coup target. So, let's do it like this. Problem is that I don't have a very good card to respond to a coup in Malaysia should it be successful. In some other circumstances, I might have just went to space first with CNS, but I'm really worried about AI war removing me out of the Middle East entirely. Hence, I will grant that privilege of trying the first space to my opponent. Unless, well, if he tries, I mean, no rush, I score Europe first, of course. If he doesn't try and doesn't threaten anything impactful in the Middle East, well, I guess I will go to space then. If he lowers Defcon, sadly, I will have to go to Malaysia. So I hope he will not. He doesn't have decal, he doesn't have that, well, convenient access card, though he could have Vietnam revolts, of course, but now with Asia, find it unlikely. Ooh la la, that's weird. Okay, so got a moment to grab the space. That's a bit of a tell regarding Europe, unfortunately. He might have Middle East scoring, and in another hand, I would have challenged him for domination here. But as things are now, I'm slightly worried about it. Okay. Let's create double threat. I wouldn't hold having Middle East past him here. And perhaps he just wanted to save FEP, not dump it straight away. And true. Though this is my last big spending for a while here. If he kills me, I might just look silly. I probably should have spaced. Okay, now never mind. Okay, blockade is out of the picture, so I can dump Europe. No reason to play Suez now, of course. Didn't like that premature blockade. So yes, I do have a nice VP lead here. I will queue my last play, of course, somewhere. Though that, of course, means I will not have access to Southeast Asia. Okay. If I roll a 6, I clear him out of Iraq, which is nice. Though not very likely, so if I want to have an effect here somewhere, it's best I do something else. That will cost me 1 VP point, since I will get just 3 here. I guess I have to go for Lebanon. Just for AI war protection later. Yeah. At least got something meaningful here. Plus, added benefit. Defcon at 5. He cannot just go and steal France from me. Also, he cannot Vietnam revolts and lower Defcon. Unless he has duck and cover. Okay. Purge or purge? Yeah, probably purge. So, not so bad so far. Truman for extra safety in Europe against the goal. NATO is, well, inactive and discarded, so no reason to hold on to special. Hot card, probably Nasser. This is just universally annoying. Okay, to be mindful of. You could have Distal, could have independent Reds. Okay, so first things first. Let's get on a map here. See what happens. On one side, this is playing in an area where he has the +1, thus, well, negating the purge damage. On the other hand, well, we were queuing 1-stops. Not a big problem for my, well, relatively weak hand. Okay, let's say he doesn't have independent Reds, or he would have played it already. So, I don't want to queue now, since, well, he's more than favored to win the queue exchange. I would like to gamble on that at Defcon 4. For now, let's just base. And of course he could have Distal, so I want to delay anything that would help him with that. Still, my general position in Asia, not so great. Yeah, that makes sense, sadly. Maybe I should have entered Malaysia. Yes, that was a good move. Quite possibly I should have done that first. Gain access. So now I'm cut off from everything between Iraq and Thailand. I think I need to break Iraq. As much as I dislike it. No real danger in playing Truman, of course. Actually, if he goes to Indonesia or Laos, Cambodia, I will coup with Romanian. Another thing to take care of is boosting France, of course. I'm not terribly happy about my position here. Way too much depends on these though. Sadly, I probably couldn't have played it much better since I didn't have the ops on turn 1 to enter Thailand anyway. At best, I could have been in Malaysia. And sadly, the coup exchangers here, well, he didn't come out ahead, but might as well, if I won't have access there. Yeah, that Malaysia play was really good. Okay. No reason to delay doing that. At least he traded an event for tempo, since I need to respond to his effective 2-up by spending a 3-up. And he still gains access to Italy. He could have the CIA, but there's nothing I could do about it. I mean, even with Fidel active, he had plenty of time to fix it. On the other hand, he doesn't have great coup targets unless he goes for Lebanon. So I will take the final coup in Thailand, I guess, hoping for a big roll. Ooh, that's generous. Have we seen no red? Yeah, I played it already. Still, probably I'm safe enough here. So I don't need to do anything about safeguarding Europe. Not a fan of that. Okay, let's make sure Central is a bit safer, so access to South America also. And now he should coup, and well, so will I. Okay, so much for the CIA, so much for the potential access card as well. I guess he will queue somewhere. So what can I do? What I can't do is provide him with an extra coup target in Indonesia. That's just too cheap. So realistic options are realign Algeria or go to Philippines, hoping that, well, I'll be able to ditch Asia for free, should there be an option about it on the next turn. Okay, Algeria seems of a higher priority. Sadly, nothing came out of it. I guess he will coup Panama now, and we'll see about the big game making or breaking role. Okay, he has plenty of distal influence anyway. Nothing to be done about that. I survived in Panama, which is relevant. And let's see. Whoa. Okay, distal, perch, and Asia scoring. That's just stupid luck. So 3-3. If he has decal, he gets it, as in Thailand. Nothing to be done about that. Thailand and Asia domination, and he will coup Thailand. So if I want to ditch Asia, the only chance is now. He can't attack Europe in any way, so if he has Europe, well, I have Suez, Socialist, and 5-year plan, so I'm getting it. And I'm ditching Asia. And decal, it's not, therefore, I draw. Okay, I can afford a 1 here. What does he have, by the way? I probably should have calculated that earlier. Doesn't cover one, I certainly remember. No scorings necessarily. Intervention, no, I played it. Right. Okay, he gets it, I get the 3, so it's not totally awful. One benefit is that I get Indonesia here. Downside, no mill-ups. That's one's obvious. Okay. Plenty of ups here. Oh, he has a rapid ready war as well. Of course, the Indo-Pakistani, which we've already seen. He could, of course, have decal, but be wary of headlining it. Okay. El Presidente is away. Okay. Not sure what to hold here. Suez is reasonable, I guess. I know that many prefer to hold on to this town, so that Soviets don't salt for it, but well, I have too many crappy cards. I need to space as much as possible. Okay, that's useful. And let's at least make him pay for it. So I'm guessing I'm holding Nasser then. Regrettable. Holding Perch always has some merit here. Right, another card I should have remembered about. Hopefully he does have Middle East. Then I can play Nasser with impunity. That's not good. I missed 2 space attempts, he made his. Aye, damn it. Should have spared that for blockade. My mistake. Should have played containment first. That's of course just fixing the damage. Also slight mistake on my part, special plate, so I should have went to Greece. Yeah, getting distracted here. I wonder if he enters Pakistan. A run like that is pretty vulnerable. Ooh, leaving a 4-up. Okay. He didn't do much damage with that, but well, that's the play when one side doesn't have the proper access. I'm really lucky that Asia is gone already. It's holding Arab Israeli, right? No, holding the Pakistani, that's sensible. We've seen Arab Israeli earlier, of course. What do we have here? QMC crisis, that is good. Blockade, I can control it, also good. Missile envy will be a pain. Well, alas. So, CMC it is. Discard Quack to block. Spend OPEC. Play Nixon sooner rather than later. Tehran for the event as well. And let's see who gets the bloody access cards first. Ah! Not brilliant. Then again, I don't necessarily need the access cards with the CFC in play. Still, he's getting a lot of value here. He will get his mill-ups, of course, from the Pakistani war. He so shrewdly held. That's 2 more down the drain. Well, you know, I'm not very optimistic about this game. I know he has no access to South America and I'll likely get it. But I'm cut off from a big chunk of the map. I'm losing a big chunk of Africa as well. Okay, I'm getting mill-ups. That's a bit surprising. Okay, let's dump the 4-up as soon as possible. Just in case he has central. Though once again, I'm out of great cards here. A mistake. I should have went to Zimbabwe here. I need to realign him. And I think that's... Ooh la la la, not good, not good! Not good at all. Need to be very stingy with my few remaining ups. Might even... Nah, playing OPEC is just criminal here with this space. VPs at stake. Okay, that's something I can just coup back, and I shall. I won't be able to afford Tehran here, I think. But maybe. Normally you're supposed to play... Ooh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah. Just in case he has Sadat. I mean, I don't expect my opponent to make such a mistake. Well, not to play Sadat earlier. But, well, just in case. Of course, he might have one small step, and just in case he does, I should have then spaced OPEC first, but okay, gotta believe in your opponent. So, he's giving me that. Somewhat surprising. No, I really didn't like that. Not at all. Yeah, one problem here, of course, is that I really wanted to take the China card off him. No, just to get Usuri access here everywhere. Now I can't afford to, since he presented me with an opportunity. Realign him out of Zaire at +2. And of course that requires sacrificing Nixon. And 1-6. Well, okay, at least I didn't draw that in Zaire. Yuck. Okay, he had plenty of crap. He made the rolls, so finally. Okay, that was huge. Yeah, I do know his hand. Let's see, I have Gunman. That is around in the discard size. Another weak hand, but I have Missile Envy, so I should be safe first. Even Olympics is here, so perfectly safe. That's an obvious headline. John Paul, yeah, I might invent it before. Dumping Europe. Still, Missile goes first, especially if he has Central. Sorry, a card affecting Central. I have nuclear saps, so something to play. Whoa, ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! No, what do I do with you? Normally, I would have could something. But he is attacking Central. I have Central. So I think I need to defend it. Allow a coup in Africa, probably. Yes, I know. But I have nuclear subs. I'll get it, well, hopefully soon, because I have Gunman. So I will have 2 coups in Africa at most. Am I being too aggressive here? I wonder. Okay, he just takes Panama from me. Let's think it over. If I could, Nigeria. Let's say Nigeria. I get an instant dom in Africa. He takes Panama from me with Missile Envy and damages Mexico. I will have to retake Mexico. That's a dom. Okay, let's give up a bit of Africa. Since he's practically guaranteed to coup there. Of course, what I did is a bit of a tell. And if I didn't have Central America, I would have never gave that a try. What rail lines? Oh yeah, okay, I gave him an easier coup target in Venezuela, but should he give it a try, it will hurt from the rail lines. Okay, intervention might be a nuisance on account of you two. Go away. Neat. But alas. Africa goes away. Okay, I won't bother. I wanted to play Camp David. Okay. Just because I have this and Arab Israeli is still active, but no, flower power is and won't be. Okay, if he has Africa, I blundered. Not necessarily blundered, since that would imply an objective evaluation of what happened. More like, well, got burned by my play. So I basically exchange Angola and Nigeria for Panama. Okay, that's one thing he could have done. Let's dump Central. But if he goes for South Africa, we'll have to get violent. I'm also quite a bit worried about Europe, since Italy is now priority 1 brush war target. Okay, you convinced me, sir. I will get right on it. We'll have 3 coups here. Let's make him count. You're aligning me. Not most efficient. Okay. First things first, he's not controlling Africa just yet. And I can breathe easier about brush war in Italy now. Okie dokie, and a coup for you. Good enough. Annoyingly, I won't be able to boost South America here. So Argentina will be a prime coup target. But then again, I couldn't have just stayed in Uruguay on account of, well, even Che in the headline cutting me off. And in Argentina, I can at least have a good shot if I get OAS, or I might get Junta. More grain cells even. Okay. That's reasonable actually. Okay, Mr. Kennedy, perhaps? Just wondering. I was hoping to do some damage there first. Okay, so Africa is temporarily a draw. I get stupidly lucky with Junta. And one small step. And alliance. So, between Junta and Junta it is. So that might be useful a bit later, just in case he will try to get lucky with the Arab-Israeli war. If he has Africa and I get to dominate it, or South America of course, I might even finish it this turn. Brush is still around, so that could put a wrinkle on my plans. Rashford, who knew? I wonder what he chooses. Brazil, I guess, is the premium target. And of course, it becomes a premium coup target as well for me. Though if he has Africa, he might go for Nigeria. To make it pretty safe. Still gotta say I'm the luckier one regarding events. He got only a late decall from the cards. And Brushword, which failed. Ooh, damage. Yeah, his rolls, hard to say. He got a good enough roll in Iran, better than rolling one higher. Both exchanged good rolls in Thailand. So it wasn't that awful. Okay. Yeah, why bother over there? Ooh. Oh. Right, an ABM will be boosted by NORADs. Ouch. Actually, I might lack a proper card to take advantage of all this. I mean, space, event, delayed, hopefully an event. And if he starts to get aggressive in Africa, I need to ABM right away. Oh, and I get the China card. I guess he has cultural. Yeah. Okay, so I really don't want to play one small step. It's really pointless to play Portuguese. I could play the China card. Hold 2 cards. Makes sense. Especially if he has cultural. Yeah, I don't believe he would have done that without cultural. I don't think Gunman will be an issue. I expect to be able to win this before Gunman makes a difference. My hold card, other than Gunman, I guess Portuguese. It's most annoying. Okay, 5-year plan is out, so I will really most likely get a big value out of South America scoring, plus of course alliance. He could have arms race and event it right now, possibly, but alas. Normally I would have used ABM on Iran here to magically gain access. Much like it happened in the last Action Round 0 game I did the commentary for. Who knew? Of course it's not spent now. Instant Africa, well, not a dump but a draw, so if he has it he dumps it, I guess. And an almost full value for Alliance for Progress, plus the full 10 for the region. True, well, and no, I don't have any of those. I have this one. I guess he doesn't have Africa, or he would have used it already. Anyway, now I'm waiting for his space attempt. Just doing everything else here. Eventing Sadat, well, summit to Q Africa. And not spacing myself. Reshuffle will happen. Okay, it's reasonable to hold will bury you as well. No, but that... No. It will not happen. I will space it anyway, since I have a big interest into getting to space 4, or with one small step, space 6. That would completely solve my gun issues. Just imagine space race solving America's gun issues. Gunman, also pretty good. Since ice, I've heard they have plenty of those. Yeah, it's pretty hopeless for Ed right now. His only hope is Defcon. Europe, yeah, extremely unlikely. Okay, and he doesn't get it, sadly. So let's see if I do. I also don't get it. Ah, perhaps I should have Space Portuguese. Right to hold will bury you. Get it out of the reshuffle system. Muslim evolution is still around. That's one thing of note. It even doesn't get this. Yuck. Okay, I'm holding one small step. That's decided now. Since space matters that much. Which means I want to play the red card, so good thing I space will bury you. Okay, that's also reasonable. I'll take a look at Africa. Ooh. Disgusting. That's really disgusting. Okay, 2 regions for a total of 8 plus 4, 12. Still do. Though I expect he will coup me in Africa, denying that, and I will have to play Portuguese. Okay, Allende still around, shouldn't matter. Che as well. Might matter more. Panama Canal crisis, so that's safer than the others. Okay, Argentina. Let's see. Yeah, pretty blue, gotta say. And I got candy, so that's practically game. Of course, Africa is the headline here, since that's also an obvious coup target. Yeah, too bad. My opponent really deserved better luck here. Okay, maybe it's a bit too early to write his eulogy, but I'll have a huge advantage. Okay, ABM could mess this up for me in Africa. Nothing else. He could have gotten Asia and clawed back a bit. He didn't even get chess, so only a new card could make a difference in Africa. New as in redrawn, like an ABM. Okay, no more arms race, understood. So he'll do something. I will discard everything that isn't nailed down to the flag or doesn't have a red, white, and blue flag with stripes nailed down to it. And something will deliver the last VP. Okay, at least got the roll. Hey, no rat. I don't even have a good place to use it in. Might as well be here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, I got Asia. Oopsie. Yeah, I knew that was a risk, but well, I figured I could always dump it AR7, so whatever happens in South America happens first. And of course, Central will solve that little dilemma. So till it's 3, 6. Yeah, with him holding the China card, no way for me to do anything here, even with shuttle helping out. So that could have been a backbone of a good strategy, although especially with an Indo-Pakistan war in his hand, I would have entered Pakistan just to protect from puppets. So the low VP that could. So, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time. Cheers.